We're here today, West Oval Place. We're gonna be giving you guys a room tour. The Brandon Wheat Kings gave us some access, so yeah, we're gonna head right inside. This is the gym, and we got Hadland giving us a tour. So,
welcome. This is the gym. So, you know, it's a pretty standard gym. We got Belzy working out. He's pumping some iron. He's got the big weights on. We got the weights on the rack. We got the Kaiser machines here. We got the history up on the wall. What else is there? We got the Pong rankings on the board here. We're big into ping pong. Pull the table out whenever we have some spare time and try and
where are you in the rankings?
We just don't need to really look at that. Moving down, we just got a couple racks. More weights. There's not a whole lot to it, really. We just kind of come in here. We do a lot of stretching in here. In the corner, we got all of our stretching equipment and Normatex and rollers and whatever you need, pretty much, to make sure you're at the top of your game. And we got a couple bikes back here.
Kind of your favorite and least favorite machine?
That thing. I don't even know what it's called, but just kills your back if you rip too many out. Good for you, but definitely not one of my favorite in the gym here.
What is your favorite then?
I'm just a bike guy. Yeah, I like getting on a little spin and going for a little ride. We do yoga classes in here too. We bring in a yoga teacher, and we all just kind of lie everywhere and do some yoga, which is good. Do that probably once a week. Get the music bumping in here, and it's a good time.
Who's running aux?
Me, most of the time. No, it's just whoever wants to, really. Whether it's usually an older guy, shipper, or me, or Flam, or somebody will throw on aux. So yeah, no, there's not a whole lot to it, but it's our gym and we love it. So.
Yeah, and the wall's super cool, and being able to see all the guys from the past is super cool too.
Yeah, there's a lot of history in here. This back wall is cool.
This back wall a little bit.
Sure. We just kind of got 3 separate parts here. We got award winners for the Wheat Kings. These are all like league winning awards that Wheat Kings have won throughout the years. And then in the middle here, we got just WHL All-Stars. They pick a lineup every year, I think, to be an All-Star, and those are the guys who've won it in the past. And then there's some all-time, goals, assists, and goalie stats and whatever. So
crossing 10,000 minutes played in net is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, so there's quite a bit of history in the organization. We're quite cultured and have been around for a while. So history is a big thing for us, and it's shown quite a bit through our weight room and the gym. Another part of the gym we got here is just the recovery station, kind of. So just everything in this corner is what you need if you're bruised up or sore. We got Normatex, and very grateful to have these. Not a lot of teams have a bunch of them, so we're blessed to have these. They're great. You just throw them on your legs, and they just fill up with air and compress and make you feel pretty loose after. So we're good with those. Just some bands here for band work. Here's a little table, inversion table. Don't know how much this really gets used, but some guys will hop on that every once in a while. And then just back here we got you got your standard rollers and big rollers. There's mini bands and balls and pads to stretch on, and
lots of massage guns.
Yeah, some massage guns, just a couple of them here. Just really anything that we need. These are heat packs. You throw them on your back, and they just heat up, and they do a little vibration too. So that, and then we got our yoga mats in here for when yoga class happens. Pull those out and get all loose. So I got the big TV here. We'll throw, I don't know, a football game on or something if we're all just chilling in here and watch some TV. But yeah, the recovery corner's kind of the biggest part of the gym, I'd say. You know, a lot of guys are over here grabbing stuff and making sure that they're feeling at their best.
Yeah, especially during a 68-game season.
Yeah, it can get pretty tiring.
This is the away room. There are a couple cool little features in here. Obviously, this is just the sticks and the entrance. But one of the things that is kind of unique in here is we've got all the logos around the whole room. Haven't really seen that anywhere else in the league. I think that's a pretty cool touch. And then kind of a league-wide tradition. Every single 20-year-old who's played their last regular season game here signs out either on the roof or on the wall or their stall. It's kind of different dependent on the rink, but that's pretty typical for the whole league. But other than that, it's pretty standard. There's a little bit of a dry room over here, and then the bathrooms, and nothing too special over here. But
it's the away room, so we don't want to spend too much time in here.
Yeah. No, we don't like this room as much.
You guys kind of just want to walk us through this hallway with all the banners and the pictures here?
Yeah, this one was the 15-16 championship run, just the championship photo and the roster up there.
And then, what a loaded team. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a pretty stacked team, so pretty cool. And then all of our banners here, the mini versions pretty much of what's up top, but that's kind of a cool touch when you walk down the hall. And then as we get further down this way, these are the 3 rosters of the 3 championship teams here, and the staff as well. And then
I want to touch on what like the history means playing for Brandon.
Oh, you look at the history and the guys who have come through it. It means a lot to be able to be here, and I think especially like even looking at this list, we got our NHL games played and our draft picks and World Juniors. Like the list goes on and on. It's just to be able to continue the tradition and be a part of it is pretty surreal, and especially me being pretty close to home here. Like I grew up in the area and heard lots about it. It's pretty sweet to be able to live that out now. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this.
Let's head to the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Want to take them through all your sticks, Rod?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had an idea here. Scoots had a good idea. Let's, who's got the worst knob?
Worst
knob.
Oh,
worst
God.
tape job. There's one down there that's pretty
I don't
egregious.
use a knob, but it's like
Yeah,
this is
worth seeing here.
This is horrible. This is horrible.
This is,
The worst.
yeah,
That's the worst.
that's tough. This is prop,
I don't know what we got going on.
so yeah, Not sure if he grips down here or what, but hey, it gets the job done. He scores a lot of goals, so we gotta give it to him. Whatever works, I guess.
Yeah, can't rip on him too bad.
Another.
What sticks are you boys using?
Raj has got some pretty cool ones. A little nicer than mine. But what do you got, Raj?
I don't know. I got some tracer ones. I think they're actually protos, but wrapped tracer ones, and yeah, not a whole lot to them. I don't like kind of customing the grip. It's just right off the rack. And then I got a P92 curve, and I like a lighter kind of stick, so I only use like an 80 to 78. So, but yeah, not much going on with my stick. Jack's got some cool sticks.
Yeah, the Twitch.
They look pretty cool.
Yeah,
Those are a cool stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty standard too. Other than my grip, I've got, I don't know, the nipple grip or the tactile, whatever you want to call it, but P92, 77 flex, yeah, I could go buy one of these off the rack probably anywhere I wanted. So I'm pretty easy. And then I don't know if you guys caught this wall, but a lot more championship pictures, old pictures and stuff with some pretty big names up there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that leads us right into the room, I guess. We've got Scoots rambling on over here, but that's all good. This is a new touch this year, a new graphic. The road to the cup starts here. It's pretty cool, and brand new mat actually.
Yeah.
Like
Clean. It's
Check
clean.
in with it.
Yeah, and yeah, I think we're pretty lucky to have the setup that we do have. I know Jared's put a lot into it, and just like even just I think all the pictures and the lighting behind them and everything is pretty sweet, and cool kind of touch up there. 1978-79, they put up 125 points in a season. Not sure if anybody will ever touch that record. That was in a 72 game season, but that's pretty much impossible to beat now, I think. But that'll always stay up there. And that was written after the 78-79 season, so it's pretty cool that it's still there. But
Pretty much have to go 63-5.
yeah,
To get up to
No,
that
well,
many points.
That'll probably happen when we have 10 draft picks that year. But
yeah,
4 first
that
rounders,
was
so
a big year. But
that was a pretty big year.
yeah, it's a pretty sweet setup that we got here. We're pretty lucky. This was the hub one. So they obviously with COVID and everything, there wasn't a full season, so they did the 24 game hub city in Regina for the division, and they had a pretty stacked team there that they were able to go on a good stretch. And
Did you play with that team?
no, I didn't. No, I was 15 that year, so I would have had to be called up, and they had I think it was 6 19-year-old D, and they were pretty stacked, so I wasn't probably going to sniff any ice time, so I didn't go up. And then just also the minis of the championships up there, and then down here, I don't know what what's the one on the left?
It's like most points at President's Trophy. Most points in
Regular season, the regular season champions
I don't know
trophy.
what year it's from, but 14, 15. So
Yeah.
same kind of thing. And then the 2015 championship. But
Yeah, that's kind of that for the room.
yeah.
Okay. Basically, you kind of just want to walk us through like what do you got going on here because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's busy. Well, you guys were in the laundry room already, and it's busy too. But yeah, we like to represent the history and some of the stuff that's gone on here. So we've got the famous Ridley Gregg jersey up there, and Happy Gilmore, which is one of our favorite movies, and I picked up a Reggie jersey as well. So I'll rotate them every once in a while. And then I've got all the bobbleheads up there of everything that's been done around. So I've got a Hamannik and a Bertage up there, and we've got the Eastern Conference Finals clinching game against Red Deer. The year that we won the championship, I bought that at I think it was a golf tournament that was available. I got that, and the Jonathan Taves print is from his brother David. He lived with us, and so I was able to get that at another golf tournament. So yeah, this room's been updated. This is the old, before the dressing room reno, this is the old stick room.
Oh.
So this was done by Jared when he came in, and I was able to kind of convert it into something that was a little bit more workable, and I was closer to the players, and that was important for me. Before I was back where the doctor's room is, and I didn't get to hear or see any of the stuff that I need to be around for. So this is great. We got the new Elite profiler, so that allows me to profile the guy's steel. Every guy's got 5 sets of steel, 3 game sets, and then I've got a couple of spares from the year before. So the new Blackstone sharpener, which has been great as well, and this is all stuff that Jared started years ago, and we had a flood in here a couple of years ago, and we had to replace all this equipment. So yeah,
who's kind of the most particular about their skates?
Well, probably the most particular guy I've ever had is Ivan Provorov. Provi was very meticulous. He'd come off after every shift. You would see him checking his steel, and but it was hard to argue with him. I mean, he was so good, and he was the same with sticks. He went through a lot of sticks, and so he's probably the guy that I've had. I think when we went to Memorial Cup that year, I had like 7 sets ready for him because it was just he was so dialed in on that, and so that was interesting. This year, probably Luke Shipley is the guy that we're changing the steel for the most, and I don't know if it's a mental thing for Luke or what it is, but we changed his steel quite a bit throughout the game at times, and our guys are real good. Like Roger's probably the least meticulous about skates. Like a month will go by at times, and like I'm just having to grab his skates and sharpen them. He doesn't want them sharpened. I don't know what it is. But so every once in a while we'll grab his stuff, and he's probably got the worst knob on the team. Like I've talked to him about that, but yeah, for the most part, our guys are real good. There isn't a lot of headaches, and some of the stuff that is just junior hockey. So
yeah, so
we just deal with it.
Yeah, they're a bunch of teenage drama queens. Some
well, yeah, and yeah, like as you know, they're entitled, and it's not what they need, it's what they want, and we have to teach that. So it's fun. The funny part for me is that they stay the same age, and I keep getting older and older and older. So that's hard for me, but they keep me young, and like they're family for me. So what they don't realize is I spend more time here than I do at home. So like having them dialed in makes it easier for me to do stuff for them. So
yeah, they're the guys you actually see the most out of a day. So
yeah, there's days where I probably go 2 days where like I'll poke my head in the girls' bedroom before I go to work at 7:30 and say, hey, nice seeing you. See you in a couple days, and that's kind of the way it is. Whereas with these guys, I see them every day. So,
yeah.
So yeah, that's they're the sons I never had.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So yeah, this is it's not the biggest room in the league, but it's all that we need, and we get by with we try to do everything we can for them. So it's
as long as you're getting done what you need to get done, it doesn't really matter anyways.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, this is it's tiny, but I think the what you need to see is some of the non-hockey stuff that goes on around here. Like our old laundry room before it was moved, we'll see some video of it, was like within petting range of the horses and everything else that are there. So we'll walk you guys down there
Yeah.
so we can have a boo at that, and some people will be quite surprised to how close we actually are to the wildlife.
Yeah, we'll go take a look at that right now then.
Awesome.
Perfect. Are these your fourth?
That's my
500 game
400, 500, and 600. I've been slow getting the 600 one labeled, but I think this year I'll be just short of 700, like 1 or 2 games short of 700. And the first few years, like I only worked half the games, and I would do the odd road game when I could because I had another job on top of this one. So
Yeah.
it's taken a while. I would probably be closer to 1,500 if I had been around for a full time all the years that I didn't travel. So yeah, like it's an interesting room. It's busy. It's not great for my ADHD, but but I get by with it.
And you're ripping on Rogers enough. He was ripping on. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like that. Like you might as well not even have anything. Like he used to like run the grip tape like down to here, and I used to say to him like, yeah, like it was like Turco's here. Like I would say like, why, like, do you hold your stick like that? Like when you were 4, when the stick was too long. But I mean, Jax's is kind of, it's getting to this like the great. Sidney Crosby stage.
I think he got lucky that Prob's here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If we hadn't called up Prob, then 100% like we would have been ripping on Jax for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Who was the worst? Well, Ryan Pulak had quite a knob. Like he was after Stoner, obviously. And Stoner didn't have that big knob when he played here, but Pooley had a great big, like it was almost like a hammer at the end.
Yeah.
I had to buy, like, this was before Tape Tigers, obviously, because like, again, like the entitled kids get all the fancy stuff. I had to buy like this big carpet hook that was really sharp to get through his knob because it was so hard. So yeah, this is
yeah, you've definitely probably seen some crazy ones over the years then.
Yeah. And like again, like what, like
what's that really doing?
Yeah. So, but yeah, like Barney's like probably more high maintenance than most of our players are with his knob, and like, yeah, but Prob, we're gonna have to work on Prob style. There's gonna be like style points handed out to Prob as he gets a little bit older, and then yeah, we're gonna work on it. Maybe when I get him his sticks, then I'll put a knob on there for him and try and tell him to try it before he. Oh, did they show you the TV?
No.
Oh,
we didn't see that.
Like it's funny. Like they all talk about the TV like it's the greatest thing ever. So we used to have like the old school projector screen that dropped down. So now this is how they do video for games and everything. So this just drops down. The TV connects here, and then during World Juniors and stuff, we will throw the game on, and the 4 guys on the back there, they kind of get the short end of the stick. They do have the biggest stall though. So it's pretty neat.
Kind of pros and cons to sit.
There is, yeah. There's pros and cons, and the guys kind of call it the shit wall. But I've tried to explain to them that those are the biggest stalls in the room, and the only time it sucks is when the screen's down, which is almost never. So
yeah, and at least not when you guys are getting ready for games, anyways.
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, that's. I mean, it's not a NHL video or a NCAA video room, but it gives us what we need for, like, this is probably, if it's not the oldest, it'd be one of the second or third oldest barns in the CHL now. So we've done pretty well to have.
Oh, it sure doesn't look like it when you're.
When you're in here, and
so modern. But.
Yeah, and then you get into the rink, and you know they got the new seats. It looks like a new. Rink. So
yeah.
Pretty good. We're pretty lucky to have it. So let's see if we can sneak in there and catch a couple horse shows here. The history of this wall is we're trying to showcase a lot of our guys who did something great or played in the NHL, and we're probably due to add some names, and I think that's probably coming here within the next 6 months. And then our 3 championship teams here, which in 2016 we won in Seattle, which was pretty exciting to be a part of. So and then I missed out on this one. I was playing on the team before this, and so we won't talk about that. Those were the old days. And then obviously the 79 team, which kind of
that was just an absolute wagon of a team.
They were. So, and then the story of that, and then so those guys are wearing hats of like the competing radio station at the time. And I guess they got to the players and handed out all these hats, so they're all wearing these.
And they're all just thinking, nice, sweet hat.
Yeah, and it wasn't really the radio station that it was supposed to be. And then we got the prop. Now the McCrimmon jersey's still in the rink. This one is here now, and then Brad's picture. This is from the last Memorial Cup. They had these all over the rink. And then like some people bought them, and others like the players actually got to take them once they were gone. So
that's a cool touch.
That was pretty neat. And then we've got some of the latest, or I guess the guys that made it. Like Zinger there, he's one of the higher ups with the Jets now, and Grange has been with LA for a lot of years. So, and then Rob Stouffer, who passed away of cancer while he was working with the team, and then Trevor is like a long time. He was like kind of like a volunteer type guy that was around. And then there's Provy and Patty. And then Dean Kennedy actually lived with us when he played here. He had a pretty long NHL career.
We had Scotty's picture up there, but we painted over it.
Thanks, Dick. So down this way, they've got another 2 rinks that we use the odd time throughout the year. If there's another event on here, we'll go down there and practice. And then for Mem Cup, when they had it here, that's where all the teams practiced.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they allowed game day skates. I can't remember if game day skates were down there, but so we'll take the goalies down in a golf cart for practice when we practice here, and then it's such a multi-use facility. There's a craft sale here Saturday and Sunday, and there'll be so when you're going to hit, unfortunately, the people won't be able to get the smell here, but so this here is Volt Hockey, which one of our sponsors, Chad Walleen, brought in. So all the motorized scooters down there. Oh. So they play Volt Hockey out of here, and they've traveled all over the world. Actually, now they've been to Europe, I think, and they won the Canadian Championship in their first year with one of the teams they sent. So we actually have an event set up with a bunch of our players are going to come and play them here. So that'll be pretty sweet. Cool. And then as you look, this is like the horses are right here. Our rink is right here, and then now we get up to so I think it's like a team roping event that they've got going on here now. And,
that was it, I think, with the sign set outside.
Yeah, and then last week was the Manitoba Barrel Racing finals were here. So I think for that one, this was full of horses as well. So our old laundry room is that door right there. So literally, we would be able to come out and give the horses a pet. And I don't know if there's any in here yet. Doesn't look like it, but oh yeah, there's one down here. So yeah, this is kind of where we used to hang our hat for laundry, and
and you're 2 steps away from
literally. This is kind of what we were used to. And then they have a big RV show, and same thing, there would be an RV park here, and we'd be able to just go in and watch. They'd have movies playing on it, and so they would that. We kind of joked about spending the night.
Just hanging out
with
being able to run around.
Yeah, so this building goes down all the way down where they have they actually have a rodeo ring set up year round, and they so they'll have all kinds of different, when the fair is here, literally every square inch of this building, you can see all the way down there. That they have. It's full of horses, and this is the visiting team here. They're coming in already to get ready. So, hey guys, good. So yeah, this is our norm. It's not a normal hockey rink, but it's kind of why teams hate coming here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you have an allergy, you don't want to play in Brandon because it's always smells and there's always dust. We had a player, I think it was Ryan Pilon. his allergies were so bad, like we had to he just stayed away during training camp because we had the Arabian horse show here.
Oh yeah.
Which was like literally a full event, and he just couldn't breathe. So he got out of training camp that year. So yeah, this is it's pretty neat. I know the guys like coming here when these are on, and they head down there, and I'm sure they're not always looking for the horses, maybe the cowgirls and that sort of thing. But yeah, this is it's home for us. So
yeah. I remember first year Caleb was here. I came at the end of the year, and they had like by the last game, end of the last game, they had dirt and they were getting all set up for egg days at the end. And like we came back the next 3 or 4 days just to hang out and kind of be a part of it for a little bit. And it was super cool.
It is, and it's amazing how fast they turn it around. Like Winter Fair will be here, and then usually within 3 or 4 days we're practicing again to get ready for playoffs. So it's pretty good. Like in the early years, we didn't play our first round here. We would be in Winnipeg or Dauphin or another rink playing. So they try to fit us in as best they can now. But yeah, it's an amazing place for events. So it's home. Used to be a meat locker.
Oh wow!
So where those 3 photos are, was actually it's glass, and like they'd hang like a cow carcass, like a meat, like they'd hang it in there. So this is what, like when we send Aiden to go get something, hey, this is in the meat locker. Can you go grab it for us?
Yeah, for sure.
So that we just have that for some storage. When this reminds me, I don't know what it was ever built for, but like it's just, we call it the hole because it's.
Yeah, I think that's a fair thing to call it.
Yeah, and then the stick room is just kind of, this is the only storage that we have for our stuff. So we built the best stick rack we could to fit what we need. So, and then obviously this year is the last year for us for CCM, so everything's going to be swapped out.
Yeah.
We're a Bauer team now, so it's not a huge deal for us, but new helmets, gloves, pants, all the protective.
Just all full. That's a big change.
It is. It's massive. So it'll be the end of the year trying to sell everything off. We've sold a lot of the stuff, pre-sold it already. So but that'll make things a little bit easier. So then we have 3 exemptions for guys to use other brands.
What was it before with exemptions? Like, it's
always 3, but like we pay not a fine. It's like a fine. So we pay. Every team pays, like, say $19,000 to the league CCM deal, and then the teams that use the CCM product get that back in what they call VIK.
Okay.
So we don't get that. We get money back from Bauer because we're a Bauer team. So it's not that much. It doesn't cover
it doesn't cover all of it.
We feel it covers the difference of what, like, our guys that they like the Bauer stick, and we feel like that's performance-wise, it's the best opportunity for them. So.
Seeing the 6 Caleb uses, they're super nice. Like, I think you'd much rather be using those.
Yeah, so that's kind of our team's choice, and other teams. So Regina, Edmonton are Bauer teams as well, and PA became a Bauer team this year.
I think to start, kind of just walking us through what goes on in here.
Okay, so this is our doctor's room and kind of storage room. So this is where if anyone needs stitches or anything like that, they come and sit in this old dentist chair. And then we got all the suture kits and whatnot to put them back together. And then over here is my room. So for any treatment or anything guys need, this is where it all happens here. We got ultrasound machine and stim and storage for all tape and protein, electrolytes, and stuff like that.
How much kind of work do you have to do on a guy or do on guys during a game day or before a game?
Game days, guys usually kind of have their routine. So like there'll be guys like Nolan Flamand and Quinn Mantei who kind of they go through their stretching routine. We do off ice warm up, and then they always come in here just get their hips kind of worked on a little bit before the game. Other guys just like to stay out of here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Some guys just come in to hang out and whatnot, but yeah.
Don't go anywhere. After we had the chance of going through the room with the boys, we also went and caught some gameplay and some warm-ups. So coming up next, some gameplay and some warm-ups.
A jersey to present you guys, kind of as a thanks for coming in. Armchair Warrior,
Yeah.
first overall, 2025 NHL draft probably. So
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's-
awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
That's going on the wall.
that's
for sure.
awesome.
And then we got 2 shirts. Not sure. I think they're quarter zips. Nope, they're not. Normal
T-shirt.
t-shirts.
Nice t-shirts,
And then
though.
we got 2 BWK hats, obviously signed by Barney. So classic, but
And we'll get you boys to
Nice.
sign them too before we get out of here.
Right on.
Absolutely. Thanks a ton, you guys.
Yeah, thanks
these,
for-
these are awesome.
Thanks for
Yeah, thanks
coming
for
in.
coming in.
It's fun to be able to show kind of what we've got. We're pretty lucky to have what we have. So
Yeah, and thanks for you guys for taking time. I know
Yeah.
obviously not in the lineup tonight, but
Yeah.
yep.
being able to take some time for us, it was really appreciated.